so long as like alchemy.
Now, I don't know if Steve Kerr was trying to be slick or not, but Omri Caspi did not start. It was JaVale McGee at the 5, and I don't know if that was like a last-minute trickery or just a split-second decision, but it was not Caspi. It was McGee getting the start, and you see it was Kobe Bryant jersey retirement night, plural, 2 jerseys, number 8, number 24, Brandon Ingram playing much, much better. Lonzo Ball, But anyway, we would get into this severely underhanded. No Sean Livingston, no Draymond Green, no Zaza Pachulia, and of course, no Steph Curry. We still had Kevin Durant, who forced things early. JaVale McGee, I want to credit him, man. He came in, he had some energy, he had some crazy finishes at the basket early on. You did get some goofy JaVale, but he played reasonably well. Now, those of you not familiar with Larry Nance Jr., he is one of the premier high risers in the NBA, and you're going to see a little more on that later. You see the reverse alley-oop. Jordan Bell, who got the start, kind of got rooked in this game, right? He really kind of was exposed as a rookie. There's JaVale with the nice help. He's so reckless, though. JaVale makes me nervous when he challenges plays at the rim. Now watch Bell get caught watching the ball. He wants to track that for a block. He lets his man go right down the paint, and it's Klay Thompson with his second foul early in this game, and you got to put that on the rookie. But, hey, you live and you learn. Ingram, elite first step, gets left. The kid's getting better and better, man. He's impressing me. But what you like about Jordan Bell is his competitive nature. He showed something. He had some nice plays as well. But when he's playing heavier minutes, some of his flaws are going to be more apparent. And I'm not down on him, but, you know, he's going to have to learn. And then look at JaVale. Statue of Liberty twirling dunk makes everything so difficult at the rim, but he gets it done. You got to love JaVale. Then Lonzo Ball, the early 3 with the quick flick release. And he got some numbers late in this game, but you kind of forget he's on the floor, right? He's their point guard, and you're like, oh, yeah, Lonzo's in the game. And then look at JaVale with the floater. So, like I said, offensively, he had some nice finishes, but he didn't play heavy minutes. There's Quinn Cook, and he's got to pull that off one dribble. You're going to see he takes 2 dribbles there. He's got to come off the screen, 1 dribble, and decide, Quinn. This is the NBA. Lonzo, his strength is his defense and his length. And then JaVale, watch him try to make up for this play. Now, if he would have came down on Kevin Durant, you want to talk about parking lot chronicles? He would have been stayed in the parking lot, man. And it's risk-reward, JaVale. It's the first quarter of a game in December. You don't need to completely sell out your body. Omri Caspi has become the best basket cutter on the team, bar none, and he continues to finish very surprisingly well around the basket. Now, the storyline early was Kevin Durant just settling for outside jumpers. The Lakers are long, young, and athletic, and they bothered Kevin Durant, especially when he's going to settle for jumpers. Julius Randle down the paint, the Warrior Killer with the left hand. I don't know what Luke's beef is with Randle, but I don't know why he doesn't play a lot more. Now, with Curry out, Caspi has become the safety valve. When guys bail out of their ISO, Caspi cuts to the basket, and he's usually open, and he usually finishes, so that's been a very nice luxury. Lonzo Ball's going to have to finish different at the rim. Bell roofs him here, and that little lunging flip shot, he's 6'6", he can dunk very easily. You see Caspi can't quite finish that, but that's one of the things Lonzo's going to have to adjust. Now, this was a great adjustment by Kerr putting Looney in the game, because Randle was absolutely bullying our smaller lineup, and Looney, one of the few Warriors that I think has the strength to deal with him on the block. As you see Lamar Odom looking a little bit healthier, right? But he still looks like he's jonesing. Just keeping it real, right? But Lamar, a little fuller in the face, and it was good. Honestly, I didn't know if he was still alive. And shout out to the Hall of Famers. But what's good with Bill? Why does Bill Russell have a blouse on? I mean, showing a little neck and everything, but shout out to the Hoffers. KD, again, another contested 3. He got it to drop, but did you see how contested the shot was? That's not a good shot even for Durant. Swaggy gets in the game in his second homecoming and knocks down the 3. I'm not feeling the little baby braids or whatever he's got going on, but he knocked down a few. Here was the heat check, and he's feeling himself like he always is. But the Warriors, despite really it was an ugly, ugly first quarter, finished with a 10-point lead. Here we go, second quarter, more Caspi driving. Oops, spin move, left hand. I didn't know he had that in the toolbox. Now, this is when Kyle Kuzma started to get going, and he has the full repertoire offensively. He's got great footwork. He's long. He's a little more athletic than you think, and he just gets buckets. I'm not sure how interested he is in playing defense, but when you see this sky hook, you say, yeah, right. No, I've watched enough Laker games. Kuzma makes that sky running hook on a regular basis, and he got going here. Kerr wanted the timeout, and then look at Randle. Bogut taught him the little booty screen. Knocks off Ingram the easy basket, and Andrew teaching these young guys. Now, I didn't like this. Kerr looks like he's in obvious pain, and I wonder what the triggers are, because some nights he seems just fine. I'm not sure he knows what they are. Klay, who wasn't really involved, was like, fuck it, I'm pulling from 35, drills the 3. Now, he shot like 4 of 13 from downtown, but how about 10 rebounds from Klay? Here's a little quick heat check, right? It comes in spurts for Klay, but sometimes when he gets forgotten about, he's just going to pull the deep 3 ball, and it works. Now, watch McCaw pass up an easy floating layup, and what you have to understand is he's still traumatized from the concussion courtesy of DeMarcus Cousins about a week ago. Young players in particular, it takes time when they get injured or something like that happens, it traumatizes them, and it may take him a few weeks to gain his confidence back. He really gave us nothing in this game. Now, watch KD come from the weak side, and he blocks Larry Nance's dunk, and I was like, that's a feather in your cap, so I took note of that. Now, you peep Derek Fisher. Kobe, you better watch your lady. You better watch your lady. You know how D-Fish rolls. He's staring down at them milk jugs, man. I'm not a fan of Derek Fisher. Read up on him as the coach of the Knicks in the Matt Barnes situation. Get him, Barnes. And then Bell, the MO is out on Bell. The book is out on the rookie, right? He wants to block everything, and guys are very aware of it now, so he's going to have to adjust, right, and maybe not be so jump happy. KD and one at the rim, and the big fella completely rolls the ankle. Brook Lopez, and I feel like he's groaning like an ogre right here. He's like, right? He's just so goofy, but a near 300-pound man completely rolling the ankle. Hopefully it's not broken, and then this happens. Larry Nance returns the favor. KD, get out of the way, and he's just another victim. Larry Nance, like I said, probably the best in-game dunker in the league today, and Durant was honestly lucky for the extended halftime because Staples was buzzing. Now, I love this from McGee. Look, the angle on that pass is tough, so watch him take a few dribbles and make the safer pass, but then JaVale, being JaVale, falls over and kind of botches the play, right? But sometimes to prevent turnovers, you've got to just take a dribble and get a better angle. Kuzma, the footwork, Harden-like finish, and Kerr wants the timeout. Lakers going hard on Kobe night. And then Jordan Bell officially becomes a member of the Goon Squad. Roofs Brandon Ingram, and I thought his face bounced on the floor, and I was like, oh, God, you know what I'm saying? I was worried for the dude. But if you take a look in the replay, his forearms braced his fall. It was a bad fall, and Kerr kind of, but look at Draymond. The funniest part of this is Draymond is like the parent on the sideline, like, you did good, boy. You did good, boy. He's like, that's bullshit. You did fine. You did just fine. He's like, don't listen to them, right? So and really, McGee is the one that fouled Ingram, and I don't think Bell, I think he was pleased with himself, and he didn't quite understand how Ingram hit the ground. Now, Kevon Looney gave us 20 minutes and 8 points. David West really did struggle against the youth and athleticism of this front court. KD in the high post, and this is a new rule. If you fall asleep, Caspi will creep backdoor under the rim and gets the finish. Caspi was getting those all night long. The Lakers were game, though, and Kyle Kuzma is a tough defend because if you run at him, he has the footwork and he can put it down and get to the rim, but he wants to splash the threes, and that he did. Caspi, you can't retreat on your heels like that. Pull up 3 to start the fourth. And the Lakers went blow for blow with us. David West in the post. Again, you sleep, you creep. You got to dunk that ball, Omri. That's just too easy. Kuzma, again, only interested in one end of the basketball game. That's the offensive side. And then Iguodala always picks his spot, speeds through, 2 hands at the rim. The man had like 3 or 4 dunks through this fourth quarter in overtime, just picking his spot so well. Nick Young, look at him get to the rim. Even when he gets to the rim, he wants to shoot a fadeaway, gets it, but he was relatively quiet here, didn't play that many minutes. And here it is, Randall at the rim. And like I said, West, I just think that styles make fights, and the Lakers are not a good style for him. Iguodala dunk number 2 in the fourth quarter and let out a holler. He just knows when to lead and what to do. And then the verticality, I love this play. Young players, watch this. Klay's got the ball, but he wants to shoot it, so he gives it up early so he can get it back late. 3 ball in transition, beautifully run from Durant and Klay Thompson. Now, if you look at KD's stat sheet at the end of this game, you say he had a monster game, but he struggled with efficiency, and I want to credit Brandon Ingram a bit here. Styles, again, make fights, and Ingram, with the same kind of skill set and physical attributes as Durant, I think bothered him in a lot of the ISO situations. Now, watch Klay jump that passing lane. Very rarely will you hear someone say about a young player he needs to dribble more. Lonzo Ball needs to dribble the ball more. Everybody knows he wants to pass it. He plays hot potato with the ball. KCP, huge clutch 3 off the curl. The dude is not afraid. You got to credit him that. And then I hated that we kept getting Caspi and Looney switched on Ingram. Very reminiscent of the final drive in Oracle a few weeks ago. This time, though, he gets it off. No, did it even go off glass? That's a tough flip from Ingram. Tie game, 10 seconds left. What's KD going to do? He's going to settle for the 3. Randall challenged well. No timeout here. And KCP, feeling himself maybe a little too much, pulls up. We've got overtime for the second time against this young Lakers team, this time at Staples Center. Right away, again, reminiscent like the first overtime. This time it's KD, though, with the open three. The Lakers failing to execute and kind of falling asleep on the defensive end. Their attention span, not what it needs to be. This time Iguodala slipped to the rim. What'd I tell you? Another dunk. Now, this absolutely shocked me. All of a sudden, Lonzo got aggressive offensively in overtime, hits the three off the step back, and I'm like, nah, man, this dude cannot beat us and lead us in overtime. We will hear about it for 2 weeks. Now the pull-up mid-range jumper, it's just very fluid. He did finish 16, 6, and 6 from LeVar's little devil child. No, I'm just messing with y'all. But KD, you know what he does. The silencer on the road. And finally, he found a rhythm, right? It was a struggle. So many free throws shot in this game, and this move's absolutely nasty. Spin move, then the Dirk little fade pump, got it in Ingram's face. And it was back and forth, back and forth. The Lakers did not flinch. Ingram's going to drive. Kyle Kuzma, and like I said, you've got to run out at that. They don't. He pops the three, and the Lakers hanging around. Minute and a half left, 1 point game, and watch Klay lean into the shot. Klay's signature on his jump shot is that he goes exactly upright. That's why it's so picturesque, right? But he leans. That's a tough shot for Klay. What's going to go down? Lonzo's feeling himself. A minute left, 1 point game. He drives. He's like, you talking stuff about my finish. Watch me scoop that at the rim. And I think he almost snuck the Warriors defense. Not a good omen, Lakers telecast, to show Shaq while your young player's at the line, right? He misses. Tie game, 30 seconds. KD, what's it going to be? Watch him wave Klay out of the way. I love this. Watch him get out, and Klay quickly darts out of the way. I'm not sure Steph Curry would have ran this like this. I'm just saying. He tells Klay, get out, and the longest crossover in the league, pull up, dagger in Lonzo Ball's face. But wait, hold on, Lakers, 6 seconds left. You have no timeout. What must you do? And I want to credit the youngster for trying to take it on his shoulders, but David West says, no, I box in the offseason. My hands are lightning quick. The Warriors get away with one at Staples Center, shooting just 40% from the field. KD finishing with 36, 11, and 7, but just 34% from the field as we sneak away minus half the roster on Kobe Bryant night at the Staples Center. I'm out, y'all.